My name is Danny Koker, D-A-N-N-Y, last name K-O-K-E-R, a nickname Count, C-O-U-N-T, owner of Count's Customs.
When you think about personalizing or decorating your car, what is the first name that comes to mind? Given its popularity and run on the History Channel, Counting Cars, a reality TV show, is most likely representative of reality. It also made Danny Koker, your possibly friendly memory of the Count, very well known. Koker was a legendary figure in the industry because he was able to use his years of experience and modern invention to elevate automotive modification to a new level. However, after the show ended in 2021, a lot of speculation about the various tragedies Koker had been through began to circulate in the automotive industry. Let us now investigate whether any terrible new information about Danny Koker is true or false. Born on January 5, 1964, before becoming a TV star, musician, producer, celebrity mechanic, and owner of Count's Customs, Koker was one of Cleveland, Ohio's newest babies. Daniel Nicholas Koker II grew up surrounded by vintage cars and other vehicles because his father worked for Ford Motor Company and had a large circle of friends and relatives. And, as you might expect from a young child obsessed with toys, Koker was curious to learn how these life-size versions worked. Seeing his son's growing interest in automobiles, his father decided to give him a cruiser as a gift. This was where it all began. Koker began researching car modifications and repairs. His main passion, however, was clearly cars. Koker shared his father's love of music. His father experimented with music, working as a keyboardist and baritone vocalist for the Cathedral Quartet, a well-known Southern gospel group. Aside from his personal musical endeavors, he led the Koker family band and the Koker family singers, which included Koker, his mother, and his siblings. It was not surprising that, at the age of 11, young Koker followed in his father's footsteps and performed at Carnegie Hall. His passion for music grew stronger with age. Koker began his adolescence at Valley High School, where he took basic shop and automotive classes. Still, his actual educational process took place outside of the classroom. He would spend hours watching his father work on vintage cars and modify engines. He would also gain knowledge from experienced mechanics and car enthusiasts. He learned about the various parts and their functions, as well as how to disassemble vehicles. When others gave up on these machines, young Koker was learning how they worked and how they could be restored. He explained that basic shop and automotive classes are available in high school, so that was the only real education I received. Aside from that, all you need to do is get your hands dirty and disassemble something to see how it works. You then need to figure out how to reassemble it. This practical and hands-on approach to instruction would eventually help Koker stand out among the many others in the automotive industry. Originally a hobby, there was no doubt about his future once he graduated from high school. He never received a traditional high school diploma, but he did attend the University of Nevada after high school. As Koker grew older, his father decided to leave the automotive industry and buy Channel 33, a Las Vegas television station. At the time, the station's main programming included older films, sitcoms, dramas, and Christian religious shows. Under the Kokes, the station operated as an independent with a focus on mostly local content and even aired films such as The B-Movie and Saturday Fright at the Movies. Koker became most well known for his role as Count Cool Rider in this film. The Koker family sold Channel 33 Inc. to Montecito Broadcasting Corporation on December 18, 1997, and the transaction was completed on February 3, 1998. However, Koker gave up acting a few years ago to focus on bike and car restoration and modification. His first car, a 1979 Camaro Z28, influenced his decision to embark on this journey. Koker disassembled and rebuilt the vehicle from front to back, transforming it into a street-style Can-Am race car. The completion of this project was more than enough to motivate Koker to pursue full-time employment. He founded Count's Tattoo Company by combining his two strongest interests, cars and tattoos. Tattoo fans and car enthusiasts quickly fell in love with the company. When Koker opened Count's Customs, his dream of running a business solely dedicated to car modification and restoration became a reality. Koker started at this custom shop in Nevada, repairing abandoned vehicles, and like his first company, this new company quickly rose to industry prominence in the early 2000s. Count's Customs quickly became the go-to destination for anyone looking for excellence. And you wouldn't believe the caliber of people who visit the store. Rick Harrison of Pawn Stars was one of them, and he frequently asked Koker to evaluate vintage muscle cars. This allowed Koker to demonstrate his genius and sophisticated knowledge to millions of TV viewers. His relationship with Harrison helped him cement his place in the automotive industry. However, it did more than that. Harrison's Pawn Star was doing quite well on the History Channel. Actually, they were considering spin-offs because it was so successful. Given his Count's established customs, the producers recognized Koker's unique automotive talents and incredible ability to transform rust buckets into brilliantly artistic creations. Coca-Cola was their spin-off. Counting Cars was thus born. The third Pawn Stars spin-off, filmed in Las Vegas, focused on the day-to-day operations at Koker's Count Customs. The world knew about Koker's dream, his father's mentoring, his own personal struggles over the years, and the incredible career he had worked so hard to achieve. That has resulted in this moment. Counting Cars began on August 13, 2012. Harrison used the 1968 Bullitt Mustang in the pilot episode. When this vintage Mustang fastback first appeared on the show, Harrison insisted on turning it into a Bullitt homage on a tight budget, no matter how rough. Working brilliantly on the car, Koker and his crew created a work of art that wowed viewers. With 13 episodes in the first season, viewers wanted more. As a result, the second season began with twice as many episodes as the first season. People clearly enjoyed it, as evidenced by the show's renewal for a third season. Koker and his crew began counting the cars in the warehouse during one of the show's exciting episodes. They concluded that the warehouse at the time housed 1,500 cars, after sorting through a variety of vehicles, including vintage muscle cars, motorcycles, and modern sports cars. This accomplishment was highlighted in news stories and shared on social media, which helped to promote the Counting Cars show. The program had established Koker as a legendary vehicle customization and restoration expert. As a result, it was not surprising that he was appointed producer a few years after the show began airing. Before Counting Cars, he was well known in Las Vegas. Now, he was everywhere. He was a bearded tattoo artist with car glow bandanas. He was the foremost authority on custom cars, and thus the go-to source for questions about personalizing motorcycles and automobiles. This included Hollywood celebrities as well. From Alice Cooper to Tommy Lee, Dee Snider, George Lynch, and Judas Priest, to name a few, these big names wanted the best. Additionally, Koker was. Ozzy Osbourne came to Koker even though he desired a difficult-to-build custom chopper. Koker was invited to auto events, parties, and even extra TV appearances because of his relationship with the big celebrities. Count's Customs became one of the city's most popular destinations, attracting car enthusiasts from all over. To be honest, this resulted in a significant change in financial situation. Koker's entrepreneurial spirit returned to play. One of his most well-known projects was the renovation of Count's Rock Bar and Grill. Count's Vamped is a distinctive Las Vegas venue known for its unique blend of rock music ambiance, Gothic architecture, and motorcycle culture. Despite his wealth and fame, Koker struggled with a number of issues. A simple legal matter turned the story around, revealing a sinister, startling secret he had been keeping for years. Given the nature of his business, Koker was expected to deal with the occasional legal issues. In 2014, a couple sued Koker's company after bringing their 1967 Ford Mustang to be modified in the hopes that it would appear on TV shortly after Counting Cars began. According to the $50,000 lawsuit, the couple demanded a refund after discovering that no work had been done on the car, and it was not even the type they had requested. The issue was resolved not long after. Koker's actions were clearly not severe enough to warrant arrest or imprisonment. 3 years later, however, he faced another legal issue when a $75,000 lawsuit was filed against a former Count's Custom employee who allegedly received payment for controlled substances. Following an investigation, it was discovered that Koker owned the drugs, and he was sentenced to 30 days in jail. Many were taken aback by Koker's arrest, and the revelation of his previously unreported struggle with drug addiction rocked the business. Fans found it unbelievable. Because of his reputation as a cool person who loved cars, Koker, basically a role model, was unavoidably going to suffer business and career setbacks. After serving time in jail, Count's customs were criticized, and the future of counting cars was a source of concern. Koker chose to remain sober with the same resiliency and dedication that he had demonstrated in his business and reality TV careers. Despite more modern legal issues since then, he has not been arrested, and his candor about his difficulties and dedication to his recovery has helped him regain the trust of his clients and supporters. Koker's music was also deeply committed. His music has survived in large part thanks to Count's Vamped Club. Both locals and visitors came to the club because Koker's love of retro fashion and rock music inspired him to create a distinct and welcoming atmosphere. Eventually, the guitarist hosting the weekly jam night discovered that Koker used to perform music, so he invited him to come up on stage and sing with him. Other people were eventually invited to sing, and Koker and his group ended up on the same stage at the same time, performing brilliantly together. Koker said it felt real. It felt amazing. We all simply flowed. We just decided that for the next jam night, why not get together? After that night, we sat on the club's patio and talked about how good it felt. Let's practice a little and learn some songs together. We continued, and as a result, our jam night began to draw a crowd. This group eventually evolved into Count's 77, Koker's own band. When asked how the band came together, he said, "We practiced constantly, and it eventually evolved into essentially our own band. It was a natural progression from a group of guys roughly the same age. All of us grew up listening to the same music. Everyone is very enthusiastic about the same type of music. It honestly happened that way." Count's 77 quickly began touring the club and opening for larger bands. Koker's band grew in popularity as he achieved success with Counting Cars. One of the most well-known songs from the band's debut album, Summer of '77, is "They even made the Blues Rock Review's Top 20 Albums of 2014 list." When asked about the band's objective, Koker replied, "I can't say that I have a real goal for this. I only want it to keep going and become the best it can be." Amazingly, neither I nor the other members of the band are ever satisfied. I'm not sure what our goal is, but I can tell you that all 6 of us are deeply committed to this band. We're all 6 committed to making it work. Koker was successful in both the music and automotive industries, and it appeared that everything he touched turned gold. We believe that some of the fans are unaware that Koker does not receive full credit for his success. Behind the glitz is Koker's private life, which includes her long-term marriage to talented musician and businesswoman Corey Koker. Years before the Counting Cars deal was announced, 2 people who shared a passion for cars and rock and roll came together. From Count's 77 to Count's Customs, Corey has played an important role in each of them, especially Count's Vamped, which Corey has been heavily involved in running. She has been a constant in the background, ensuring efficiency. The couple has been able to maintain their successful careers while avoiding public scrutiny in their personal lives. Still, some bits and pieces emerge. Rumors circulated about the couple's marriage, claiming that Koker's hectic schedule added stress to their marriage. Fans at the time believed that if the couple split, their company empire would collapse. However, rather than responding to these rumors, the couple chose to keep their personal business private. Rumors that Corey had a health crisis and had to temporarily leave her position at Vamped worried fans as well. Other stories claiming she had died in an automobile accident circulated on the internet. Despite the fact that these details were not fully confirmed, fans continued to express their support and well wishes for Corey, emphasizing how much the couple meant to the Las Vegas community. When she returned to work at Count's Vamped, everyone greeted her warmly. The rumors make one thing abundantly clear: the couple's relationship is as strong as it was years ago. Koker has frequently expressed gratitude for having a partner who shares his passions and recognizes the obligations of his work, despite the pressures of business and celebrity. In 2021, the curtain was pulled after 10 seasons and 184 episodes of Counting Cars. Despite the fact that it was coming to an end, the show was praised as one of the History Channel's most popular. Fans waited for information on a season rebirth, but none came. Koker chose to keep the door open for as many fans as possible to attend the show because he still owns Count's Customs. According to the official Count's Customs website, daily free tours of the store highlight some of the most memorable constructions from the show's history. To fully satisfy fans, they built a museum there as well. To be honest, Counting Cars particularly in the automotive restaurant category, changed the nature of reality television. This influence is reflected in the recently adopted reality TV show criteria. For example, Counting Cars had never been done before, and it combined technical aspects of car restoration with team members' personal stories. The fact that it lasted so long makes sense. Koker has shown no signs of slowing down, even though the show was completed 3 years ago. He is still the celebrity mechanic, but he is also a recording artist, having released 2 full-length albums. On social media, however, there have been sporadic speculations about his health. He does not specify whether he is currently suffering from any illness or health concern. According to reports, he's in good health. "I am only on Twitter," he tweeted on X to prevent his supporters from being misled and duped. "My businesses are on all platforms, but I only use Twitter. Fake DK accounts abound on Facebook and other platforms. Not even me. Do not fall for it. Make sure you document it." Koker is reportedly worth around $14 million today and owns more than 100 personal vehicles, including approximately 70 motorcycles and nearly 55 cars. He learnt some of it from his father, who died in 2008. Although Koker's may no longer be on television, his legacy has effectively linked a niche industry to its consumers. His presentation made a difficult topic more interesting and understandable for the audience. This has allowed other reality shows to explore lesser-known niches and communities. Koker's story is about tenacity. From his early love of cars, which was clearly expressed through a rather successful counting, to the unexpected jail time, many people are inspired by Koker's journey to keep their foot on the gas of their dreams until they arrive at their desired destination on time.